Good morning, this is Dan from Meraki. Today we're going to make a very basic bone marrow broth. It can be drank as is for its incredible health benefits because it's very nutrient dense, or we can simmer with other ingredients to say turn it into French onion soup or even a beef faux broth. I hope you enjoy this recipe, and in the description I'll put some of the health benefits as well as the different applications we could use it in.
We will need 6 pounds of marrow bones, 3 tomatoes, parsley stems, 3 stalks of celery, 2 carrots, 2 yellow onions, 3 bay leaves, 2 heads of garlic, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and some olive oil. So let's grab our onions. We're going to cut off the ends, and we're going to run a slit down the side and remove the skin. Next, we're going to cut them in half, and then we're going to cut some slits down lengthwise, and then cut them in half again. Now you don't need to make them this small, I don't know why I did, but just in quarters is fine. It's not bad or anything, but it just was not needed. Put it into a bowl. Next, with our celery, we're just going to cut it into 4 pieces and then put them in the bowl. Done. Our carrots, all we do is cut them in half, put them into the bowl. Next, our tomatoes. We're just going to take them off the vine and then we're going to cut them in quarters. Putting different acids inside this broth is going to help extract the minerals from the bones, and having them come from different sources, it's just a little better. Put them into a bowl and done. We're going to add our bay leaves and then our parsley stems. Boom, done. For our heads of garlic, we're just going to cut the tops off. There you go. Now, this one had a rotten clove. All you do is remove it. You don't have to remove the skin or anything. And what we're going to do is place them on top of a sheet of aluminum foil, add some olive oil, and I'm going to rub it in. And that's just going to ensure the even cooking of these heads of garlic. Now, we're just crumpling the foil around them, and done. Put them in the side. Now, once our stock pot of water is boiling, we're going to add our bones. This blanching, which we're going to do only for 3 minutes, is going to remove some of the impurities. See? Look at that. We're going to pretty much just take the stock pot and strain them into a big strainer, collecting the bones. Now we're going to take our bones, and we're going to place them on a baking sheet with our garlic, and we're going to put them in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes at 425 degrees Celsius. When our bones are done roasting, we're going to bring them out of the oven, and all this liquid fat, we don't want to pour it down the sink. That's going to wreck our pipes, right? So you can spill it into a aluminum can or something, but just don't pour it down the sink. Anyway, we're going to remove our bones from the pan and put them into our stock pot. Next, we unwrap our garlic and put the 2 heads in our stock pot as well. Now it's as simple as dumping in all our veg and then pouring in our apple cider vinegar. Done. We're going to put our stock pot on the stove. We're going to add 8 cups of water, and we are going to bring it to a boil. Now, once it's hit a boil, we're going to reduce it to a very slow simmer. And here it's going to stay for 24 to 36 hours. Now we're going to strain our broth. We're going to put in our strainer, our large size one, and pour the broth in. Now this is going to remove all the big bones and big pieces of veg. And you may need to give it a stir to get it going, but eventually you'll get going. And I totally steamed up my camera lens. Jesus, someone didn't think. Anyway, this 3-stage straining method is going to save you a lot of hassle, because if you were to just do it through a small strainer, you'd have to constantly stir, remove, stir, remove. And it would have been just ridiculous. So here we go through the medium strainer, and see, we still have big chunks of stuff left. Next, we have our fine strainer, and we're just going to put it through one more time. And at this point, the broth is going to be really nice and clear. It's beautiful. Now we pour it into our jar, and we're going to let it cool to room temperature and then put it in the fridge. Now once it's removed from the fridge, it's going to have a thick layer of fat on the top. This is kind of up to discussion about how much oxidization the fat actually goes through, so it's better just to remove it. Now the broth is going to have a jelly-like consistency. That is not fat. That is gelatin, the cooked form of collagen, and it is what is fantastic for you. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.